Hi everyone, it's Julie Benz here. I got some questions from some inquiring fans. First question is from May, and she says, my brother used to have a lot of friends over, and listening to them talk was like a boys' locker room, and it got pretty bad. Do you have the same thing going on with all those guys there, and have you ever really wanted to slap them? I know I wanted to hit my brother and his friends sometimes. Have you actually smacked them? Well, you know, May, unfortunately, I think my mouth is worse than any of the guys on this movie. And it's something I'm working on, is trying to clean up my language. You know, I just roll with it. I mean, when you're working, and this is my third film that I've done that's been predominantly a male cast, and I find, you know, as a woman, when you're working with men and they talk like they're in a locker room, just roll with it, you know, just go with it. And a lot of times by you going with it and giving it right back to them, you end up shutting them up, because then they get embarrassed. So, no, I haven't actually smacked anybody yet. And May asks another question, which is your character going to be more of a capable, self-sufficient woman, even if she makes mistakes and gets into trouble? Or is she a woman who gets into trouble all the time and can't help herself? Well, Eunice is a very, very capable, self-sufficient woman. And Eunice makes very few mistakes. So, she might get into a little trouble, but not a whole lot. And then her other question was, have you read the fanfic for Boondock Saints? No, I haven't. I have not read any fanfic for Boondock Saints, so I'm sorry. I don't know where to go to find it. If you could tell me, then I'll go read it. Alright, now Anne has asked me, she's a couple questions for me. First, she is curious to know what type of role I am playing in this film. Is she funny, sweet, scary, vulnerable, all of the above and more? Well, Eunice is actually funny, sweet, scary, vulnerable, and all of the above. She's very smart. She's sexy. She's pretty much a badass. She is not afraid of doing whatever it takes to get what she wants. And another question Anne asked was, how did working with Joss Whedon shape your growth as an actress? Well, prior to working with Joss Whedon, I was strictly doing comedies. I was a sitcom girl, pretty much. And Joss actually thought it would be funny to take somebody who looked like me and sounded like me and make me into the scariest vampire of all time. And because I worked on Buffy and Angel over 7 years, I learned a lot about acting. I learned a lot about filmmaking, and I grew up on screen pretty much. And you get to see how I changed as an actor. And I'm sorry, I'm distracted because somebody came to my door. Anyway, you get to see me grow as an actor, and he really took me from being like a comedy actress to being thought of as a dramatic actress. Playing Darla was an amazing experience for me, and one that colors my work even to this day. I've learned a lot from working with Joss, and I would love to work with him again in the future. So now Barrett from Dearborn, Michigan writes, it's interesting that you are part of 2 productions where good men murder bad people. Dexter has a similar theme as the Boondock Saints. Is that coincidental or something else? I hope purely coincidental. I joke around that all the characters I play are attracted to dangerous men, but it does seem to be the norm for me in my career right now. I personally am not attracted to dangerous men in my real life, so hopefully it's just my work. But it's great to play, to work on projects where, I mean, with Dexter and the Boondock Saints, I mean, there's killing involved, and you have to question, like, is what they're doing good or bad? Because they are killing bad guys, but is it good or is it bad? And I love that question. I mean, that question constantly haunts me. And being able to explore the answer through my work is really great for me as an actor. And then Lauren in the UK asks, how does shooting a movie differ to shooting for a TV series? Well, shooting a movie is, pretty much a 2.5 to 3 month filming period, and you become very much a tight-knit group of people, and then you all disappear. Only to maybe run into bits and pieces of people, like either out socially or on another movie or in a casting office where you're auditioning for something else. When you're on a TV show, you have that same intensity but over a long period of time. So it's more like a family that's created. And that to me is just the biggest difference. As far as the work is concerned, there are some characters in movies that I would like to play for a longer period of time. Like, I really think Eunice, who I play in the Boondock Saints, she would be a fun character to play over a long period of time. And with Rita and Dexter, I mean, I've gotten to explore her over about 4 years now. And I've changed with her as she's changed. I mean, so it's great to have that happen with a character. But most of the time when you're shooting movies, you play a character for 3 months and then that's it. Very rarely do you get to revisit the character again unless they do another sequel. Hint, hint, Troy Duffy. So I would love to play Eunice again over a period of time. So hint, hint, Troy Duffy. Yeah. So, but that's pretty much the difference. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for your questions. Oh, I have one more question. I am so sorry. This is from Sophie, and she's asking about what characters I played in Eating Las Vegas, The Big Easy, and Crosstown Traffic. And I have to be very honest with you, those were credits of mine that were very, very early on in my career, and I don't necessarily remember the characters' names. We're talking a long time ago. But she does also ask, do you ever visit the IMDb, and if so, have you noticed any missing credits? The IMDb pretty much knows everything about me, more than I wanted to know about me. It knows more about me than my own mother knows about me, or even my best friends, or even my dog. So there are no missing credits on the IMDb. It seems like everything shows up. Even rumors show up on the IMDb, which is kind of crazy to me, because rumors that I haven't even heard until someone goes on the IMDb and they go, oh, it's rumored that you're doing such and such, and I'm like, oh, really? I didn't hear that one. And they go, well, it's on the IMDb. And it's so funny how the IMDb kind of has become the Bible of Hollywood. But yeah, I do go on it, and I've learned a lot about myself on it. So, yeah. That's all I'm going to say. Alright, well, thank you so much, everyone, and keep your questions coming. And if you have any questions for Bamboo, he does make an appearance in the Boondock Saints, All Saints Day. He has this big screen debut in this movie, so look out for him and know that it's my little dog. Alright, thank you guys.